The star witness of Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the All Progressive Congress, Senator Opeyemi Bamidele, during the ongoing presidential election dispute, has admitted that the $460,000 that the Nigerian leader forfeited to the United States came from a narcotic business and money laundering. Mr. Bamidele, a politician from Ekiti and longtime protege of Mr. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, was at the Election Petitions Tribunal on Wednesday in Abuja to give testimony against Peter Obi, the presidential candidate of the opposition party, Labour Party. Mr. Bamidele, while being led in his testimony by a senior lawyer, Lateef Fagbemi, said Mr. Obi joined the opposition Labour Party while he was still holding his membership of the People's Democratic Party, another opposition party. Among other documents, Mr. Bamidele tendered the membership registration file of the Labour Party as of April 25, 2022, which showed that Mr. Obi was not a member because his name could not be found on the list. The party's registration document for Anambra also did not include Mr. Obi's name as of that period. It was also reported that Mr. Obi's exit from the People's Democratic Party on May 25th, prior to that day, he had been a front-runner in the bid for the People's Democratic Party's presidential ticket. He formally announced his Labour Party membership 2 days later on May 27th. However, the Abuja division of the Court of Appeal said Mr. Obi did not violate electoral law, even though he became the Labour Party's presidential candidate on May 30th, less than a month after he joined the party. The electoral law specified that an aspirant must have been a member of a political party for at least 30 days to be eligible to be a candidate. The highlight of Mr. Bamidele's testimony came when he admitted under cross-examination by Mr. Obi's lawyers that Mr. Tinubu indeed forfeited over 460,000 illicit drugs. The case occurred in the United States in the 1990s when Mr. Tinubu was living in Chicago. The politician had declined to address the forfeiture for several years, despite its domination of headlines in the run-up to the presidential election on February 25th. Levi Uzoku, a senior lawyer handling Mr. Obi's case, asked whether or not Mr. Bamidele knew that the forfeiture was connected to narcotic dealings, to which he responded yes. He also responded that he understood there was money laundering involved in Mr. Tinubu's matter prior to the final forfeiture. Mr. Bamidele, who recently became the majority leader of the Nigerian Senate, appeared to be the most high-profile associate of Mr. Tinubu to confirm the forfeiture and narcotic background of the former Lagos governor, who was sworn in as the Nigerian's president on May 29, 2023, following his controversial declaration as winner of the February presidential election by the Independent National Electoral Commission. As President Bola Ahmed Tinubu closes his defense on the two petitions seeking to nullify his election victory, the petitions which are seeking to invalidate the outcome of the presidential election that held on February 25th were filed before the Presidential Election Petition Court, PEPC, sitting in Abuja. by candidates of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), Atiku Abubakar, and that of the Labour Party, Mr. Peter Obi. Atiku, who came second in the presidential contest, and Obi, who came third, are in their separate cases claiming they won the election. They are praying the court to withdraw the certificate of the return issued to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu of the All Progressive Congress (APC) by the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC). While Obi closed his case after he called 13 witnesses that testified and tendered several documentary exhibits, Atiku produced 27 witnesses and equally tendered exhibits before the court. Meanwhile, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu kick-started his defense of his election victory on Tuesday as he tendered 17 sets of exhibits, including his educational and travel records. At the resumed proceeding yesterday, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu wrapped up his defense in both Obi and Atiku's case with the testimony of only one witness. The witness, who is Senator Michael Opeyemi Bamidele, in his evidence maintained that votes President Bola Ahmed Tinubu got in Kano State at the end of the presidential election was not properly recorded, and he insisted that there was a shortfall of about 10 to 929 votes. Senator Bamidele also told the court that many international bodies that sent observers to the country, including the Economic Community of West African States (ECOWAS), filed a report after the election. He told the court that the ECOWAS report on the presidential election dated February 27 was signed by a former president of the Republic of Sierra Leone, Mr. Ernest Koroma. Despite objection by Obi's lead counsel, Dr. Levi Uzoku, Haruna Samani led 5-member panel admitted the ECOWAS report in evidence and marked it as Exhibit RA 27. Obi's lawyer said his team would adduce reasons why they opposed the admissibility of the report in their final written address. Continuing his testimony, the witness confirmed a letter the Labour Party wrote to INEC on April 25, 2022, wherein it forwarded its membership register as well as its list of members in Anambra State to the Commission. Both documents from the Labour Party to INEC were admitted in evidence by the panel and marked as Exhibit A, RA 217 and RA 218.